So, as most people know, the world is being told right now on national news, satanic controlled news, that, aliens exist and all this stuff, right? Now, I've been telling people, along with many others, have been telling people about all this stuff that they're doing right now as we speak. I started doing it probably like 7 years ago on Instagram, here on YouTube. There's my second YouTube channel, my second Instagram channel. And so this is all happening right in front of people's eyes. And people still don't want to wake up, right? So why am I saying this? Because I just had a conversation with somebody that I considered a good friend. And I say considered because you can't just talk about God like in such a negative way and then expect somebody to be like, that's okay, everything's great. No. Because this person doesn't know God. And they made it clear they don't want to get to know God. I saw a glimmer of hope for something there sometimes. But tonight it was kind of official to me. So, okay. But I told this person, I said, you can't see what's going on in the world? How all the countries were in lockstep in 2020 and 2021 doing the exact same thing. I told them how the Bible predicted a one world government and that they're already a one world government. It's just they got to get the people to go along with it somehow. And they're going to do it by deception. Because he says, something that people who don't believe and don't know the Bible, hasn't even read it or studied it for himself. He says, well, it's just a book written by man. And I said, well, this book has predicted everything that is happening right now, thousands of years ago. And so that's why I'm talking about that. But I told him, you can't see what's going on right now. You can't see all this massive worldwide change in the paradigm of reality, what is real and what is not happening right now as we speak. And it's like this person refuses to acknowledge things that are happening right in front of his two eyes. I don't have to convince him of any of this stuff. It's happening and it's happening. And he says, well, I just can't lie. It's just not in me. I said, well, you're going to have another option too besides God. Is that, even though you don't want to believe in Jesus, even though he offers you salvation through a free gift of what he did, not what you did, because how's he gonna get into heaven? How's anybody gonna get into heaven with what they did? No, you don't do it like that. And you don't want to believe in him because he specifically said, I'm busy living my life. Right, okay. Well, you're going to have another option here pretty soon by taking the mark of the beast, if people haven't already, with the shot. And you're going to have a chance to serve your alien, quote-unquote, overlords, or whatever they come up with. I don't know what exactly they're going to do. But however it's going to be, you're going to be in what the Bible calls the worst time ever in the history of the world, in the past and in the future. So you're going to have that option because I'm going in the rapture in 2025. I won't be here after that. And you can't be, you can't have the attitude and you can't have the smart mouth and disrespectful attitude towards God anymore because you won't have that option anymore. The dispensation of grace, as the Bible calls it, will be over. And you are left here for the devil's wrath and God's wrath, caught in the middle of all of it. A storm. Perfect storm. So I've been telling him these things, ever since I met him or ever since I started talking to him again for years. And it's amazing to me, the stiff-necked stubbornness in people who don't, who basically, it's like they hate God. But I asked him, I said, how can you hate him? You don't even know him. He's never studied the Bible. He's only heard what people have told him. How can you hate somebody you don't even know? How can you expect God to do anything or not do anything for you if you don't even know him? Why would he? He already has died on the cross for you, but you don't believe it. Okay, so you don't believe it. So then you don't believe in heaven. So how are you going to go to a place that you don't believe in anyways? Right? Without faith, it's impossible to please God. So you want God to give you all the answers, even though he left you a book and other resources, but you don't want to look for real answers. Because he specifically said, I'm busy living my life. And I said, well, what about 2020 and 2021 when they shut your life down? How was that? I didn't get a response for hours. Took him a long time to think about that one. And then finally he says, well, there's nothing we can do about that. I said, well, no. You don't understand what's going on. You don't want to believe what's going on. It's like a lot of people around me, most people. They want this world, and it's going to hell in a handbasket. And the only hope that we have is the rapture. That's it. That is it. These people don't understand because they don't believe. That's it. There's nothing left here. I get it. You got to work. I get it. You do things in life. You got to live your life. You're alive, right? I get it. That's for everybody, to a certain point, right? But when God saves you, you have a death and a new life inside. And the new man inside that is created in you does not want the things of this world. Now, whether or not you participate in things still or not, that's going to be you working your own salvation out. But the new man in you is after Christ, is after the truth. But that old man is going to creep up sometimes and mess everything up. And this world and the devil and everything. See, when you get saved, you're a new creature. The devil knows it, and now you're on the devil's hit list. And now your flesh is fighting you. The old man inside you is fighting you. That's when the battle begins. But most people who aren't saved know nothing about the battle because they're not in the battle, because there's a great possibility that they're not saved. They're not saved. Where is the new creature? Where is the new hopes and intents and the thoughts and anything? If it's not there, you're not saved, because there was no creature created inside of you that is new, the new man. There has to be in I can't judge anybody else. I'm saying that person has to examine themselves, and if there is no want, no desire for truth, and you're happy with just being lied to, you're happy with just everything that you were happy when you were, 17, living that same life, that still fulfills you, then there's a big, serious issue there. Because God is the one who does the saving. And when that saving does take place, there is a new man created inside of you, just like a butterfly. And it's trying to flap its wings and get outside of you. And it's the light. It's just the light of God inside of you. And if that is not taking place, if there is nothing on the inside, and I'm not the judge of anybody else, but if there is none, then there is no salvation. And this is the mystery of faith that the Apostle Paul talks about. He literally says there's a mystery of faith. And it is a bit of a mystery, right? Because we can't see the spiritual. We can only ourselves know about it, experience it, read about it, walk through it. That's it, right? Faith, we can read about it and understand it, the desires of your heart change, and everybody's different. So everybody's circumstances will be different. That's why I can't judge anybody else's salvation. So maybe even because this person is saying these things, maybe deep inside of his heart, he does believe in God and he does, this, I don't know. But what his mouth says, no. Not what his mouth says. Hopefully his heart is doing something else and his mouth is just being dumb and immature. But from what his mouth says, no. Maybe his heart is different. I don't know. That's between him and God. Regardless. And I have been that person too. The person of doubt, before God actually changed me. I'd question the Bible and doubt it and because I didn't know anything about it. I had taken 0 seconds to actually study the Bible, listen to what other people say, look at it for myself, wait on God to give me revelation. I didn't do any of that. I just judged the book, and I had no idea what it was actually about. None. You see, and that's what this person did. And it's what we can all do. I wanted to make this video because we're coming to that point. I'm not gonna waste my time with apologizing to people for their ignorance. I'm not gonna waste my time anymore. If people want to genuinely know about the Bible and the last days and all this, they can listen to my videos. I'll even talk to them like my friend, but it's not right. Let me just put it this way. You don't have to, and you are not called to cater to people when they do that to you. When they are negative, when they are doubting, when they are criticizing right off the bat, you're not called, you don't have to put up with that. Nobody has to put up with that. I used to think years ago, before I did enough reading, that I gotta do no. The Apostle Paul says, "From such turn away." Okay, it says in the last days, perilous times shall come, and he names off a laundry list of things that people will be like, and then he says, "From such turn away." He does not say go and beg them to believe in Jesus so they don't go to hell. No, he says, "From such turn away." That's why I wonder which Bible these guys are reading when they're going to pride parades and all these places where they know that they're not welcome, where they know that everybody there is, already heard the name of Jesus. There's a church on every corner in America, but yet they want to force Jesus on a crowd that is openly denying him. Paul doesn't say to do that. He says, "From such turn away." Turn away. Why are you casting your pearls to swine? No. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share in this video.